Well, good morning. This is another day here in the Twisted Knot Woodshop. Today is Wednesday, October 10th, and this is the final part of Cabinet Drawers 101. And I'm going to show you how I go about putting the drawer fronts on and keeping them all nice and lined up and pretty. So the first thing I do is I use these European type hinges. They're the Blum Compact 33s. And you just drill a 35 millimeter hole, spaced in this case 3.5 inches from the ends. And this strip of wood down here at the bottom was originally the full width of this cabinet. And the first thing I do is I set the door just like you see it there, except it's not screwed in. It's now sitting on top of this ledge. And then those base plates get screwed to the style of the face frame. Same thing with this door. Now both doors are mounted, and you can see that they're flush along the top, or bottom and top. And so then what I do is I move the strip over, and this delineates this 1/2 inch, because everything is 1/2 inch overlay, the doors, the drawers, everything. So this, moving the strip over now, this 1/2 inch reveal down here is delineated. And then I put a strip up the side to delineate this 1/2 inch overlay, which since the drawer fronts are cut 1 inch wider than the available opening, that means it's a 1/2 inch on this side and a 1/2 inch on this side. So I'm going to move the tripod and show you how easy this goes. If I can get in here where you can be able to see it easy. Oh, before I go too much further, when I'm doing something like this, I'd always like to take the panel that's going to make up the drawer fronts and cut it to the width and leave it running wild so that I can cut out the individual drawer fronts and keep the grain running the way it would have been if it had been a full sheet of the sheet goods or plywood or whatever. So that's always a nice thing to do, and it looks really nice. So now, there we go. So I've already got the drawer fronts numbered and labeled, and with, you can't see it, but there's an arrow pointing up and number 4. And I use a staple gun with 1 1/4 inch staples, because they got 3/4 on the front there, and then the 3/4, I mean the filler here, and then 3/4 for the drawer front. So 1 1/4 inch, no chance of it blowing through. I just put a little glue on there. It doesn't have to be fancy. Again, check the orientation of your drawer front. Stick it on there. And then make sure that it's aligned along your vertical spacer strip. And of course, down here at the bottom. And then I just stick the staple gun in there. Alright, now you can see that it's working fine. It's not being interfered with by the strips. So now you set the next one. So what I do is I like to put them 1/8 of an inch apart. So I just fill a strip, put that there, grab the second drawer front, let's pretend the drawer is in there, stick it in there, and when you're done, you just pull the strip out, move up to the next one, or you always start at the bottom because it's easier to reach through there. If you start at the top, then you have nothing to judge it by or to put the strip in. So if you start at the bottom, you can work your way up. And that's it. That's the only reason I'm doing this on top of the workbench is because it was easier than groveling around on the floor like a caveman. The bigger the cabinet, obviously, you'd probably want to do it on the floor if you don't have any help. This one here is pretty light by the time I take the drawers back out. So that's your choice. And if you have room on your workbench, then do it. And thank you for watching, and we'll talk at you later. Bye-bye.